She pretends you're just a friend, but these 10 signs say otherwise. There's one sign she'll show right before her feelings shift from hidden to exposed. Most men miss it and ruin the moment. Stick around, we'll count down to the 10th and most revealing. Behavior, the one she uses to test you without admitting it. One, she shares personal failures unprompted when a woman reveals. Emotional vulnerability, without pressure, failures, fears, or regrets. She's signaling something primal. Evolutionary psychology calls this emotional disclosure a form of subconscious mate filtering. She's testing your reaction to her perceived weakness. If you respond without judgment or neediness, you pass her internal test. She's watching how grounded you are when her mask slips. Stay composed, say less, let her expose more. That silence communicates security, and her attraction grows quietly in that space. And beyond that, this kind of disclosure is often how women subconsciously check for emotional safety, which is a critical factor in whether she can imagine a deeper connection with you. Women instinctively know that if you can remain steady when she exposes her emotional truths, then you may be capable of holding space for her in more intimate future moments, including when life becomes difficult or uncertain. This is not just about attraction. It's about subconscious future planning, and your reaction is the audition. 2, she teases your masculinity, not your looks, mocking your beard, calling you too intense, or playfully challenging your decisiveness. Seems casual, but it's a filtered display of hyper-awareness. She's targeting masculine traits. Because they affect her emotionally, she wants to see if her comments shake your frame. They're instinctual. Pressure tests, never defend, never explain, just smirk, pause, and reframe. Dominance isn't loud, it's calm resistance, and when you don't flinch, you become more real to her. And here's what most miss: those teasing remarks are rarely accidental. Women are highly intuitive when it comes to the emotional impact of their words, especially with men they find themselves drawn to. When she jokes about your masculine traits, she's actually scanning you for emotional leadership and checking if you can maintain polarity. If you laugh along while staying grounded, you're signaling that you're not easily destabilized, which to her subconscious mind equals protection, strength, and self-control. And these qualities activate a kind of psychological anchoring that goes beyond surface attraction. 3, she invites you into emotionally chaotic situations. If she starts talking about drama, family issues, unstable friends, emotional spirals, it's not random. Women rarely open that door for someone they've fully categorized as just a friend. It's displacement. She's projecting emotional intensity outward to see if you can stay centered inside. It your job, don't solve anything, just listen with stillness. Your emotional self-control becomes magnetic because it contrasts the chaos she lives in, and deeper than that, this is her way of revealing that she operates in a world that feels emotionally unsafe or unpredictable. She's not asking you to fix it, she's evaluating whether your energy brings order to her internal confusion. Most men fail here by either trying to fix everything or withdrawing completely. The sweet spot is presence without reaction. Listen, like nothing shocks. You respond like nothing pulls you off center, because if you can remain grounded in her emotional, whether she will begin to unconsciously associate you with peace, clarity, and protection. Those are anchors of emotional intimacy, for she delays ending interactions with pointless topics. When you say goodbye and she suddenly brings up a random topic, TV shows, a text she got, or a memory, it's not absent-minded, it's covert stalling. This behavior ties to reward-seeking psychology. Her brain wants more of the stimulus but her conscious mind resists labeling it is attraction. Let her talk, but don't overengage. Hold the frame. Your calm departure makes you more valuable the next time. And what's happening beneath that surface is a fascinating contradiction. Her conscious mind may still be guarding her heart out of fear, uncertainty, or timing, but her emotional system already views you as a source of energy and connection. So when you try to exit, she tries to prolong that feeling in small, harmless ways because she's not yet ready to detach. This kind of subtle behavior is deeply tied to dopamine release, Her mind craves more interaction, but she needs to keep it deniable so it doesn't feel risky. Your stillness in those moments communicates that you're not chasing your offering, and that shift in energy creates a vacuum that draws her back toward you with increasing curiosity. 5. She downplays her attraction to other men around you if she's talking about a date or guy, but instantly minimizes it, saying it was whatever, or he's not even my type. She's watching your reaction, that subconscious loss aversion. She doesn't want to risk your perceived disinterest by suggesting she's fully invested. Elsewhere, your moves stay unfazed, smirk, like it doesn't matter. She'll feel the imbalance and lean into proving her value to you, and here's why this matters. Women are wired to protect potential attachment bonds, especially when they perceive subtle emotional value from a man. If she casually brings up other men, but then quickly retracts or dismisses their relevance, she's walking a tightrope between being honest and preserving your attention. It's not about drama, it's about hierarchy. She's trying to hint at other male interests to stimulate a reaction, but not enough to push you away. This is how she gauges her own desirability through your response. If you're unaffected, she feels she needs to recalibrate. And suddenly, you're the one she's trying to impress, not the other way around. 6. She subtly aligns with your values even if she used to disagree. When a woman starts adjusting her opinions to match yours over time, especially on identity-level topics like purpose, discipline, or standards, it's not coincidence. Behavioral modeling is a subconscious bonding strategy. She's emotionally aligning with your masculine direction. Don't call it out, just reinforce your values through action. She's not testing anymore. She's following. And this is a pivotal transition because value alignment is one of the strongest nonverbal forms of psychological attachment, especially in women who are emotionally developing deeper attraction. Your purpose becomes her compass. Your discipline becomes her blueprint for safety and order in her emotional world. And when she starts shifting her ideas to echo yours, she's no longer thinking from a place of resistance. She's harmonizing with your leadership unconsciously. It's like she's rehearsing compatibility before openly admitting she's emotionally drawn to you. 7. She jokes about the two of you dating as a joke. Women mask real desire behind humor when they don't feel fully safe admitting it by joking about being a couple or imagine if we dated. She's watching for a subtle approval. This is projection disguised as comedy. Her subconscious is already picturing the scenario. Your job, don't laugh nervously or reject it. Smile like you've already thought about it, because now she knows you know. And beneath this, humor is often a carefully timed probe into your boundaries, emotional availability, and potential judgment. Her logic says, play it off. Her heart says, test the waters. And when you respond with steady energy and slight intrigue, you signal that you're not afraid of the idea, and more importantly, you don't see it as a risk, which tells her you're emotionally composed, grounded, and capable of leading. If she ever decides to open that door, this is a critical moment where your reaction can either validate her hidden feelings or scare her back into her shell. 8. She gets reactive when you give other women attention. This isn't just jealousy. It's a status response. In evolutionary terms, attention equals value. When she sees you freely give it elsewhere, her perception of your scarcity rises. The emotional spike she feels is involuntary. Her logic may say we're just friends, but her body just betrayed that frame. Control your attention. Don't overdo it, but don't apologize either. You are the prize, not the pursuer. And what many overlook is how deeply instinctive this response is. It activates the same neurological pathways as perceived loss and competition for high-value resources, which in this case is your attention and energy. Her subconscious interprets your attention toward others as a decrease in her own standing within your emotional hierarchy, and that sparks a desire to reclaim her place. This is not about possession, it's about emotional currency. When she feels that you are being selectively generous with your focus, it creates urgency, and that urgency often accelerates her emotional clarity. 9. She mirrors your slang, posture, or habits over time. Mirroring isn't just mimicry, it's identity merging. If She adopts your vocabulary or physical gestures. Subconsciously, she's already integrating your presence into her psychology. It's deeper than attraction, it's affiliation, and it's not random notice. It don't comment, just keep leading, she's already following, she just hasn't admitted it yet. And the truth is, this kind of subconscious mimicry is a powerful indicator of emotional bonding and neurological synchrony. It's a sign that her mirror neurons are firing in alignment with yours, which only happens when she's relaxed, curious, and increasingly emotionally invested. This behavior often precedes deeper levels of vulnerability. Because by mirroring your speech or movements, she's psychologically trying on your identity to see how it feels, and if it fits, that's a form of emotional rehearsal for future intimacy. 10. She tries to define the relationship without you asking. If she suddenly brings up how you two are just friends without prompting, it's not clarity, it's fear management. She's labeling it to contain emotions that are already shifting. This is where most men lose the frame. They argue, explain, or try to convince. Don't. The power move is to agree, but with a smile that says you don't believe her. Let the tension breathe. The emotional contrast will work in your favor, and this is the apex moment where her internal battle between safety and vulnerability reaches a peak. Her need for control manifests in premature definition because she's terrified of losing you without being able to claim you, and your calm non-resistance becomes a paradox that stabilizes her emotional defenses. When you agree with her statement, but your energy says otherwise, you create a psychological incongruence that her mind can't ignore. It keeps her emotionally hooked and curious. Because now the story isn't closed, it's open and alive. If you're done decoding mixed signals and ready to lead with clarity, subscribe to this